MovieWeb.com.
So, well, I wanted to begin by talking about Expecting Mary and asking you a little bit about this character you play. I heard you talk about her. She's a Jewish woman, but she's an Indian woman.
Yeah,
Tell me a little bit about this.
This character that I play, do you want me to look at you?
Yeah, you can look right at me. No, that's fine.
Is married an American Indian. And the last of the coyotes, that's what I am. The last of the coyotes, because my husband was the last of the coyotes, but now I'm the last of the coyotes. But I have Jewish expressions. I tell Alicia when she first comes to meet me, Elliot Gould brings her to meet me, and I run this club in this town that's nowhere. I mean, and the club is about as big as this bed, you know. And I tell them that I am now the last of the coyotes. And I say, but you know, nishka felach, or you know, I have all these Yiddish expressions, and it's very funny. It's very funny.
Was that all in the script, or was there stuff that you?
In the script. Some of it I doctored up.
Absolutely.
Dan wrote a very good script.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about your interaction with Mary in the film. Your character sort of helps her along her journey.
Yeah, I help her along her journey, and I think I'm the voice of reason. And I that's how I viewed the character, as the character who says it like it is. I don't pull any punches, and I'm very direct, but I'm caring and loving. But I tell her.
Yeah, and you're among this group that lives in this sort of trailer.
Yeah, I own the club.
Okay.
It's my club. So, and I have Linda Gray as the showgirl, along with several other of the coyotes.
Coyotes.
You know, and they do an actual show, and then I sing in the movie.
Oh, great!
I sing a Christmas carol.
Oh, great!
Yeah, so we put on a show, and I sing it.
Okay. And what was it like working with the cast? It's such an amazing cast of actors. Had you worked with a lot of them before, or knew them?
I knew Sybil.
Okay.
I didn't work with her. I didn't know Alicia. I knew of Cloris Leachman. I never worked with her. The only one I have worked with, he played my husband in several films, is Elliot Gould. And who else is in the... Linda Gray I didn't know, and I fell in love with her.
Was it great to get to meet some of these people and see and work with them?
People. Just
and Della, you'd known?
Della, I knew. I used to own two. I ran two nightclubs. I called Lainie's Room East and Lainie's Room West in the 70s and 80s, beginning of the 80s, and I hired her as a singer, and so we met then. I was just a young girl, and then I did Touched by an Angel several times. But as I said to the other gentleman who interviewed me, she was great in this movie because she was so real. You know, it was great. She was great. She's a fun lady, and she's a great singer.
And you said Cloris was kind of a card on the set to sort of have around.
Extraordinary.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Great. And I wanted to ask you a little bit, actually.
No,
please do.
Don't put it on. I need a Kleenex.
We can take a second. Yeah.
You're just right here. Tissues?
Tissue, anything. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, hello. Wow. They don't want you to have it. Okay.
No, I just wanted to ask you. I love the movie, My Favorite Year, and I just want to ask you a little bit if you remember experience working with Peter O'Toole in that film. What was that? What does that movie mean to you, looking back on it?
It means everything to me.
Yeah.
I was nominated for it, and he was extraordinary to me. I was very new to the film business. It was my my third picture, I think, and I hadn't done anything really, important. And he would delight in me. Every time I would say something or I'd appear on the set, he would shine, and so that gave me the impetus to react to him in such a loving way, and it really made for a wonderful performance from both of us. I'm very proud of that work.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It was hysterical.
Yeah.
And working with Mel Brooks and working with Richard Benjamin was incredible.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah. And I know that you've actually worked with Adam Sandler a couple of times. And a couple of talk about the relationship with Adam. It seems like he loves putting you in in bringing you back.
We have a great relationship. We have a great rapport, and I think we have a similar sense of humor. He's a little more outrageous than I am.
Sure.
But I will do almost anything. I mean, nothing is too much for me. Because I'm too much, So if when he said to me, "Would you sign this nudity clause?" I said, "What?" He said, "Just sign this nudity clause." I said, "I'm not going to sign this nudity clause. I've already done that. I've done that. I did Playboy years ago, and I've been there, done that." He said, "It won't be you, but you have to sign it." So it was hysterical.
Oh, that's so funny.
And we just he just opens the door for you to be hilarious. He's got a wonderful, fertile way of working, and he's very improvisational, and he just he encourages that. He encourages you to be funny.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great.
And of course, most audiences know you from My Big Fat Greek for Your Wedding. I was just, it was such a phenomenon, that film. And I was just curious, your opinion. It doesn't seem like there's been an independent movie that's really taken over the box office, taken over people's imaginations the way that movie did. Do you think that was just a sort of
fluke?
Bottled, well, not fluke, but maybe, bottled in time, that maybe today's day and age with the way the film industry is, that couldn't happen again, or...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that could happen again. I just know that it was a real feel-good movie. Every single person, whether their ethnic background was Chinese, Japanese, Jewish, Italian, everyone identifies with it. And even if you're a WASP from Wisconsin, people identified with that movie, with every character.
It was universal.
It was very
Yeah.
universal, and I think it holds up. In fact, my granddaughter was watching it, and I for a minute there I forgot I was in it. I was like, God, this is a good movie.
Well, that's great.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And I think that it could happen again with another movie. Has there been a movie like that since?
Not that I can think of, something that's really...
not
yeah.
that big.
Yeah.
And I don't think while we were in it, we understood how big it was.
Well, it was a cultural phenomenon at the time. It really was.
And I don't think that Nia Vardalos really was ready to accept that. And I think she was so shocked by the success of it that she freaked out.
Right.
And it was sad because when we went and we did a series, and My Big Fat Greek Life, it was
Right.
called, and she just didn't like it. And it was so sad because it was a great opportunity for her, for all of us, and it's something that should have been on today.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes. Last question I want to ask you, because you're, legendary singer, known so well for your singing and your acting as well. Do you consider yourself? What are you first? Are you singer
I'm a
first,
singer.
actress?
I'm a singer, but young people don't know I'm a singer, and they're shocked when they come to hear me sing. I'm a jazz pop singer, but that's been my first talent. Actually, I was a dancer before that. I was a dancer when I was real young, and then I was a singer for all my 30s till I was 40-something years old, and then all of a sudden I was a movie star. So I kind of love acting, but I am a singer.
Singer at heart.
That's my soul.